exist anymore. And you know, my experiences at Fox have not been successful, and ultimately it is just because there is a certain kind of incompatibility that is very easy to miss. Because I like genre stuff, that's what they wanted. You know, you say the word sexy, you know, sex, they think that's sexy, but can you not mention sex? It's just, I clearly have more of a cable mentality than I realized. And I've been away from television for a while, and I didn't know that. I didn't know how much things had changed. I didn't look at Janet Jackson's nipple, and I didn't know how much trouble it caused. So I kind of, you know, what I learned was know your audience, and your first audience are the people who are paying you to make the thing. Which is why, right now, you know, I'm at Marvel. I'm extremely happy to work with Kevin Feige, and it's a very different experience. This is, you know, Kevin and Jeremy, the two people I work with, the executives, that they're the studio. They're the producers. You know, it's the same entity, and they know what they want. And up front, they're very clear when they don't get it. They know what they want, and that's a great experience. The other one is doing stuff, you know, on the internet, the smaller stuff where I'm the boss, but I have to call my friend to see if he has any outfits. You know, and both of those are great for different reasons. Television, I love serialized storytelling, but yeah, I didn't quite think that one through.
You love serialized storytelling. Is there still a market right now for like intensely serialized stories? I mean, Lost is over now, unfortunately, and it seems that as it kind of went out, there seems to be that the TV landscape kind of turned against intensely serialized stories. And do you sense that TV networks are not interested in that kind of format right now?
I think typically they're not. They want shows that can repeat. They want shows, you know, the studios want shows that will syndicate and serialized shows. I'm just personally less naturally interested in non-serialized shows. I enjoy the investment in and the anticipation in the characters and what's going to happen and what conditions are really going on. And, you know, to me, that's the thing that always grabs you. And I think they want it too. They just don't know it. When they talk about stories imply time. Stories imply inevitability and some kind of progress. And so I think that the trick is, and I know that, you know, the showrunners on Fringe have been working really hard to kind of maintain an ongoing story as well as keeping every episode feeling as much as a, you know, self-contained thing as possible. But I'm personally drawn to that. This new show that we're doing on NBC, Undercover, is a show that is much more self-contained, but it naturally will have, and has just, you know, as we've been working on the episodes, develop a story that is being told over time. You don't need to watch 1 through 5 to get what's happening in 6. But to me, that's the story. Whatever is, I'm naturally drawn to that kind of story.
Josh, did you want to take that question at all?
Just, you know, I think the networks will never, ever ask for that. They will never admit that people want that, because they do see the easy cash cow of the Mentalist. Let's all make the Mentalist. And when Lost first hit and was just blowing up huge and everybody was loving it, we were all so into it, they were still like, we don't want that. That successful Emmy-winning thing? No, yeah, we don't want that. I mean, they would speak against serialized storytelling while it was the only thing people were watching on television, because they're thinking bottom line. It's very weird, because ultimately the serial is always going to be the thing people remember. What do they remember about Cheers? Sam and Diane, not, you know, a great joke from Cheers. They remember that. And so it's, you know, I like both. I like to have some sort of resolve, so I don't feel like I just